On January 25th, 2022, I was working my normal shift, Fredericktown, Missouri. Overheard Madison County give out a call of a possible rape in progress. Female advised she had her child with her out at a conservation in the local area. Started traveling that way, picked up my Madison County radio, advised them that I'd be en route also to assist their deputies. Coming down the road, as I crested a little hill, I seen a female carrying a small male child being chased by a male subject carrying a hula hoop. I reached up, turned on my car camera, exited my patrol vehicle. The female started screaming, "You're saving me, you're saving me. Oh my God, you're saving me, help me." I told her to run behind my car, get behind my car. I instructed the male to show me his hands. He went to reach for his appendix, and at this point I was told that he had a firearm. I drew my firearm and instructed him to show me his hands. He reached his hands up and said, "You can see them." I instructed him to walk to the front of my car and put his hands on the hood of my vehicle. As he walked closer to the front of my car, about a foot or two away from my vehicle, he tucked his hands and took off running for the wood line. I reholstered my pistol and gave chase to him. Once he began running, made it through the wood line there, we came into a field. The edge of the field, he tripped and rolled, and as he was tripping and rolling, I noticed he was reaching for his waistband at this point. He was starting to pull a knife from his waistband. The best option for me, I believed at the time, was go ahead and just take him back to the ground and wrestle him on the ground. As we hit the ground, we both struggled, I was trying to keep the knife in his waistband. He was trying to pull the knife from his waistband. I felt his hand run down the middle of my back. At that point, I didn't think anything to be alarmed about. As he reached back between us, I realized he had gotten my pepper spray off my belt. He was able to depress the trigger on the pepper spray, and just an orange cloud of mist came over both of us. I was able to rip it out of his hand and throw it. I got one arm pulled behind his back and was instructing him to give me his other arm. I was going to attempt to put him in custody. He continued to roll and fight me, so I pulled my taser from its holster, attempted to drive stun him in the leg to get compliance. He still would not give me his other arm. I went ahead and arced my taser, attempted to put it into his thigh, and I lost my arc on my taser as he moved. He punched me in the face, and I lost my arc again and dropped my taser. As we were rolling, I heard a pop and a pop. I realized, I got something sticking me in the leg. That's my taser. We continued to roll, and as we rolled, I remember the taser coming right in front of my face and hearing the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta of the taser. I realized if he hits me with the actual taser at any point in my body, I've got one prong in my leg and he'll make a full contact. I was able to rip the taser out of his hands, throw it as well. We've got our taser cartridges, string wrapped all around us. As we kind of push each other and shove off each other, we both start to get up, and at this point he's reaching for his waistband again, attempting to draw the knife. I realize I've gone through every option I can and I'm going home tonight. I drew my firearm, discharged one round into the subject's chest. Scanned the scene, secured the scene, reholstered my firearm. Let Troopy Communications know shots had been fired. I walked up to the subject, got down, began CPR compressions on the subject. This went on for a little bit, unsuccessful CPR. I went back up. She was still by my vehicle. At that point, the other officers were pulling her away to have discussions with her and interview her. It wasn't until later in the evening I was able to discuss with her at the hospital. She was very appreciative of it, and her son, she was scared for her son's safety, and she was glad that they were going to get to go home that night and no further harm to them.